feel Hannah and Danny. You'll feel like part of the family. Yeah. Welcome to the podcast. Anyways, hello everybody. Welcome to the With Zeal podcast. I'm Anna.
I'm Danny. We're your hosts, and we are in a different room today. It's very pretty. It's Miss Anna's room.
Sound like a teacher.
I'm sorry.
That's what the kids call me at church.
Miss Anna.
I've been
That's
called.
why
I've been called
saying it.
Coach Anna before.
Wow.
Hey, Coach Anna, can you tie my shoe?
Bro, I had a middle schooler one time ask me to tie his shoe at an event. He was in like 7th grade.
One time at a middle school event, I was playing 9 square and I fell on a middle schooler by accident because I was really into the game.
It's okay.
And I just felt so bad because it was his first time. Like, it was the play up event. Not play up.
But like,
Move up. Like, it was, ooh, come see middle school. And I wasn't even supposed to volunteer because I was too young. But they were like, Anna, pull up.
Right.
So, just chilling there. Played 9 square too hard. Dunked on a kid and then fell on him.
Did you get him out?
Honestly, I don't remember. Probably should. That's the important part, right?
Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, today we are talking about fear of God and what that means. Yeah.
I'm super stoked. I'm super excited. So, yeah. Do you want to just get into it?
Yeah. You gonna start?
I can.
I feel like the stuff you're talking about makes more sense to start with than my stuff. Because it's like not a vice versa.
It's like the different takes.
Different takes on different things.
Yeah. We kind of like wrote ours. Well, we wrote them separately, and they're like the different sides of the fear of God, which is really cool. Which, yeah. Because I was expecting to write about something very similar. And then...
I don't know why I thought of this.
Yeah. No, but that's really, your word is really good.
Okay. It's because I read about it a few months ago. Because I'm doing Bible in a year plan. And I was like, I knew I wrote about this somewhere in the Bible. Because my note-taking Bible. Sorry.
Bless you.
No, like it was like a sneeze / cough, you know?
Yeah.
But we made it. And now Danny's going to talk.
Okay. Fun fact. I used to be really, 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 really confused about what the fear of God meant because I thought that it meant that I just had to be like scared of him and be like, oh no, God, no. You know what I mean? Yeah, but that, I think, like, that way of thinking hinders, like, our ability to go to him, you know, for things, because we're like, oh, like, I don't want to tell him my sin, like, he's just gonna be mad at me, and it's like, that's not what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. So, what I've written down for, like, what the fear of God means is that the fear of God is not being scared of him, but it's a reverence and respect in holding his opinion above everyone else's and acknowledging his glory and power. So I think that looks like when we think of the fear of God, yeah, it's like we're supposed to have like this respect for him, like, okay, because God is like mentioned as like a father. Mm-hmm. And so like we have to kind of submit to our fathers, to our parents. They have like an authority over us. And we have to abide by their rules and stuff. And so I think that God is not exactly asking that, but he's asking us to have that similar like respect and reverence towards him and like holding like him as higher than others and like other things in this world. And I think that also like you obey your parents when they ask you to do something, or you should, you know, I mean, that doesn't always happen. But, like, when we have the fear of God, when we're instilled with that, then comes obedience, and we're able to follow, like, what he's called us to. So, yeah. Yeah, do you have anything
It's like seeing him, because he literally created the earth. Like, this powerful figure that we get to know and we get to, like, have a relationship with. But it's also recognizing that he literally made everything in existence.
Yeah.
And like could send a flood, you know?
Oh my gosh, I was literally just thinking about that. Yeah.
Like that's what he did. He flooded the earth. But it's recognizing that we need to respect him because of how powerful and like great he is.
Yeah.
But he's also our Father and wants a relationship with us and wants to know us and wants us to be with him because he loves us.
Yeah, he's loving and kind, but he also holds all power and authority and like glory, and we're to honor that. And so when we honor that, when we honor that, I think that is fearing the Lord, you know. Mm-hmm. And I think, like you're saying, like also fearing the Lord is like, okay, I'm like, okay, it's like in a similar way that you wouldn't like swear around your parents.
Yes.
You know, like that swearing in general is a whole different topic, but like when you're with your parents, typically you wouldn't be like, oh, well, frick you know? And it's like, because that's just like crossing a line, that's overstepping your authority as a child, and like because you respect them. So I think in a similar way, it's like, oh, God has the power to do anything that he wants, you know?
Yeah.
Like his power is completely unlimited. So it's like, okay, he has the power. Like if you wanted to strike me down right now, he could. But at the same time, he's loving and he's gracious. Like he extends us so much grace that he wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
You know? And he loves us so much and we're his children, so he's gonna forgive us. But we still have to have that, like we still have to hold him in that light where it's like, oh, I'm not gonna do this. You know, because I love Jesus and because I want to honor him and glorify him. I think that's where.
Yeah, because he's above everything. Like,
yeah.
And he oversees everything as well. Like, and it's not like you can hide anything from him as well, which just proves that you want to be like good.
Yeah.
And want to respect him and honor him, to make him proud.
Yeah.
Like a parent.
Hold on. Keep talking, sorry.
Anyways, it's raining outside right now. So cool.
Yeah.
It's green.
So cool.
It's green out there.
This is a verse that just came to my mind while Anna was talking about that. It's
about the rain. How's the weather been recently?
How's the weather been?
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy? Kind of hate I said that.
No, it made me laugh. But I think that a lot of our reverence comes from where we find our identity. Like, because we're gonna like submit to the things that we have this reverence or fear towards. So you're kind of going into this, but if we hold like man at the top of like our lives, you know, we're gonna submit to them, we're gonna fear them, we're gonna be like, oh, I have to be perfect to fit in with the standards of man, instead of having God at that place where we're like, okay, like this is how I want to be, this is how I want to be glorified. But anyways, Psalm 139, a lot of people who have been around Christianity know it, but it says, oh Lord, you have searched me and known me. You know when I sit, you know when I rise up, you discern my thoughts from afar. It goes on and on and on. But it says, wait, where? Okay. You formed my inward parts, you knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works, my soul knows it very well. How precious to me are your thoughts, O God, how vast is the sum of them. I'm skipping a few verses, but yeah, I think that like that just like it establishes our identity, like where we come from, and you know, the Lord has searched us, searched our heart. He knows everything about us, and he designed us for a reason, for a purpose. And so instead of submitting to other things, we're to submit to the ones who to the one, not the ones, the one who created us. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
Do you have anything?
Yeah, it's just cool to think like how like the mind he must have, like to imagine all this and to, you know, like make it all. And yeah, like the plants and all the species of animals, and then every human who has walked the earth. That's pretty cool. I mean,
you're pretty neat, I guess. I mean,
pretty cool.
You're pretty cool.
You're pretty cool.
You're pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna segue. I'm gonna talk about the fear of man, because it's a very like genuine struggle that people do like struggle with. Wow, use the same word twice, the same sentence. It's excellent.
Wow, excellent.
Okay,
she brings out the big words.
You mean struggled using it twice in one sentence? That's what I was referencing. That's okay.
Okay, preach, girl, preach.
Okay, basically in Deuteronomy, I'm gonna read it off my paper because I think I wrote it better here and it's bigger, so I can
read it.
Hey? I don't have to be like,
what does it say?
Okay, frat boy. What does that say?
What does that say?
Okay. Do not show, this is Deuteronomy 1:17-18, so like the very beginning. Do not show partiality in judging, both small and great alike. Do not be afraid of anyone, for judgment belongs to God. Bring me any case too hard for you, and I will hear it. And at that time, I told you everything you were to do. But I think it's important to recognize, like, our problems, like, we should only bring them to God, because he's the only one who can solve them. And being scared of like the people on earth is kind of just silly, because like, why would you want their approval when all you want to, like I was saying earlier, like make proud is your Father. Like, and it also goes with being scared of like man is very limiting to what you've been called to do, because you're called to go and make disciples and to share like the good news with everyone. But if you're scared of doing that, then how are you going to reach new people and let them know it as well?
Yeah.
And that's also said in the very end of Matthew, the Great Commission. Let's see. Therefore, go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I have commanded you. And surely I am with you always to the very end of the age. So it's bringing back, like, he's always with us, and he's like this great, like, Father up there, you know. But we are called to like go and share all this like word that we've been given, and all this like happiness that he gives us, and this love. And if you're scared of people, like if you're scared of being embarrassed by like the things that you do, there's like, why would you be ashamed of all this like wonderful stuff that you've been given? Yeah, it's kind of what I had. Anything to add on?
Yeah, I think that's like, I think that when you start to fear other things above God, like you're saying, like it's very limiting, and it's like you're not, it like gets in the way of your obedience, because we're called to like you're saying, make disciples. We're called to look like Jesus. We're called to share his love and stuff. And so like when we have no reverence for God and have reverence for things like people, like, yeah, I think that I kind of just said this, but like it gives us way to not be obedient and to like lack obedience, and like I think also like trust, because if okay, listen, if something, okay, hold on, okay, if we're like submitting to the fear of man, right, and something like good happens from it, or something that seems good, like you're getting the praise that you want, you know, you're getting the attention that you want, then you're like, oh, well, why, God, like this isn't so bad, you know what I mean? But it's like, well, Jesus could give you so much more. It just comes with like maybe a harder season or trust.
Yeah,
you know, it comes with like more, like you have to have faith, obviously, and like I feel like more uncertainty. But yeah, I think okay, I'm going to read this verse really quick. It's 2 Corinthians 7:1, and it says, since we have these promises, beloved, let us cleanse ourselves from every defilement of body and spirit. Is that not what it says?
started thinking about the joke.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's bringing holiness to completion in the fear of God. So I think that like when we fear God, we're instilled with this holiness, and then like out of that we're able to be obedient. Because when we're holy, we're following Jesus as close as we can. We're seeking to know him more. And
deeper and deeper. I'm so
more
sorry.
and more. But yeah. So yeah, don't fear man. Cleanse yourself of that fear of man. And yeah. I see you have Ecclesiastes open. I'm excited.
Okay. So when you were talking about like how you could be like satisfied by the world like for a moment and then not knowing how much more that the Lord has for you. We were like we had a group at church, and it's like we're reading through Ecclesiastes currently. I forget where it said, but it was like it talks about meaningless, and apparently in Hebrew meaningless like what's it called? What's that word called? Like translates.
Vanity or what? Oh, translates. Oh, is that the word that you were looking for?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Meaningless translates to hevel, and hevel translates to smoke. I think I'm getting this right. If you know Hebrew, let me know. But it's talking about like how life is meaningless and how like you like pleasures are meaningless and everything. But hevel like is smoke, and it translates like directly to like a thick like dark smoke where it seems like you could touch it. And our pastor was, shout out Pastor Jason. We're on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
I've also been doing that a lot recently. It's like okay, yes. So like when we're talking about it's right there, you can touch it. It's like the satisfaction of life.
Yeah.
And it's like life is fleeting. That's what I wrote. I might have written this in a bad way, like not in a bad way, but like not grammatically correct. So I'm just gonna read it and see what happens. Life is fleeting, like we can reach out and grab it, but it will be gone in an instant, just like smoke! Exclamation mark.
Well, yeah, keep going.
And like I think that's just so cool to think about it like that, because you could think that you're going to be satisfied by all these things, and like in chapter 2 of Ecclesiastes, the author, which they think it's Solomon, yeah, he's talking about like how he had all these like big mansions and all these wives, and like how he would have vineyards and would drink wine.
Yeah.
But none of this actually like satisfied him. And so he was greater by the world's standards, but not by like the Lord's. Because if you are like seeking attention and love from the world, you aren't gonna get anything out of it.
Yeah.
As in comparison to what he has for you. And then goes on later and it says that we can find satisfaction in the work that we do with God.
Yeah.
That's what I have.
And not just in the work that we think we're producing, you know what I mean? Yeah, I really love that image, because it's like, you know, like right before something good happens and you're like, yes, like this is gonna happen, like you're like satisfied in that, like, okay, I know that this is gonna be good, like I'm excited.
Yeah.
You know, it's like right when an opener for a concert is like ending, and then you like know that the artist is gonna like come out next, and you're like, yes, like it's like you're right there.
You're like,
yeah, but it's like if the like the artist like never came out, you know, it's like you think that you're so close, you think that you're right there, you think that everything is gonna be so perfect that you finally like gotten what you've been waiting for, and it's like
nope.
Yeah,
because you were
waiting for the wrong person.
And the Lord like never turns his back on you. And I think that's cool, because our flesh, like as humans, like there are disagreements, and they will go like I don't know how to say it, like Like.
I
I like my suitcase.
like my suitcase. I have to go to school tomorrow.
I have to go to school now. Yes, you will eat your lunch and then you will go to school. But anyway, yeah, like what was I even saying?
I was talking about like how we think we're so close.
Yeah, like you're waiting and working towards something when it's not like of the Lord, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking about how people are mean. Like humans, they turn their back on each other, and like it's because there's evil in the world in our flesh, but the Lord will never leave you nor forsake you.
Yeah.
Like
it, like he like can't, you know,
I know.
because he's just that good. Like,
and he loves us that much. And he's so gracious, and he will forgive, like, because all sin weighs the same in his eyes, which is interesting to think about. Because you could do the littlest thing, you could do the biggest thing, but you can always run back to the Father.
Yeah. Have a prodigal son moment.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah. Yeah. That is an interesting conversation also.
Mm-hmm.
Because like disobedience is just as heavily weighed as like murdering somebody. Or like, oh my gosh, we were talking about this at like one of my like Bible study groups, and like we were saying how like Jesus says that like when we talk poorly about somebody, we're literally killing them, like killing their spirit. And it's like, oh my gosh, like because those are weighed equally, but we talk bad about people like all the time. And like that comes back to like, I don't know, just like just how much God forgives. And also like when we stray away from obedience, like the Lord is always there to guide us back, because his like hope is not that we would like just how do I say this? His hope is not for him to like make us stay in line, you know, but his hope is that when we do stray, that we would choose to come back to him, and that we would be willing to repent and be willing to accept his forgiveness, which is such an
and that's also why our lives aren't perfect too, because if everything was perfect all the time, you wouldn't have a need for
God.
As you were saying previously,
which is also like God gives us life, and he gives us the choice, which is why it's so important to respect and revere him, because like that is how we like are able how do I say this? Oh my gosh. I like had something and I'm like trying to word it right. Do you kind of understand what I'm saying? Like, okay, no.
Okay, I like forgot everything you said until that's how like
it's okay. No, like it's important because Jesus gives us life. It's important to respect and revere him. It's so repetitive, but because he's given us that life, and because like it's been a gift, like we don't have to be
chosen
here.
You.
Yes, like it could have been anybody. He could have created a completely different creation, but he chose you because he knew that the world needed one of you, and he knew that like you are so important and that you are so special and unique. Like, he could have done anything. He could have made us all animals. Or wait, like kind of are animals. That's not the point. Like he could have made us all like frogs. You know what I mean? Ribbit. But like he chose this for a reason, and because he had a great plan, and because like he wanted something more. Like
now I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Anyways,
it's just cool to think about. Like again, like he was like, I need a Danny in this world.
I need Nana in
this
world.
I need all these people to like do all this good work, you know, like and everyone has a different, not like everyone has a different purpose, but everyone has different like personalities that he gave us and traits that make us better and like worse at certain things. We were talking about this in my English class today. It was like a scenario where if everything was equal, life would be fair. And I was like, that would not work, because then it would be a utopian society, which would eventually like crumble. And we need the different strengths and weaknesses because they work together.
Yeah.
And without like having variety and stuff, like it wouldn't function.
Yeah. Absolutely. And like also what's cool like about wait, where was I going with this? Hold on. No.
About what he created? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah. It was like I think that we all have like a collective we all have a collective purpose, which is to know Jesus and to have a relationship with him. But then we have individual purpose. And like, okay, me and Anna could both be called to high school ministry.
Yeah.
But her like personality and who she is could work so much better with like this group of people or at this specific church, and mine could like work so much better with these people or a different certain church. And like even if we have the same like calling, like secondary calling, like because God has made us so unique, we fit exactly like where we need to be.
Mm-hmm.
And like we all have different people that we can like help, you know?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I know, because I know. No, like, yeah, it does make sense because we, like, certain personalities work better together with other personalities, and like certain strengths and weaknesses, you know. So
also it's so cool that like, okay, we're working together, you're strong in writing, I'm strong in reading, like, you know, I can say something or I can read something and understand it, and you can write something and understand, like, or like different like learning.
yeah.
Sorry, that totally side tangent.
No,
What were you gonna say?
No, I don't know where I was gonna say.
Sorry.
I don't know where I was going with that. Like, it's not. I'm actually kind of happy you interrupted me. Your turn.
Your turn.
But I was just confused because I'm not that strong at writing. Maybe for like.
Oh, I was just like throwing.
I know. I thought you were gonna go like the music route. Like.
Oh, I could have. Like, okay.
You're strong with words.
I'm stronger with words, and you're stronger with like melody and like chord progression and everything else.
No, but you're so good at writing.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you, love. Yeah, but I think it's so beautiful that we can work together for the same purpose and be good at two completely different things.
I know, and it like makes something
beautiful
good out of it.
Yes, like, yeah.
Because like when, if you guys didn't know this, we like to write songs sometimes.
Every once in a while.
But it like makes something so like beautiful, and everyone's good at different things. So like our friend Ellie, she's really good at like. She's good at everything.
She's good at literally everything.
Like, she can play, like, every instrument on planet Earth. Not actually, but, like, a lot.
And paint, and write, and and play. Oh. Anyways.
Yes, but, like, when we are writing songs, like, she can see it from a whole new, like, perspective.
Yeah.
Like, when I write a song, I don't think about strumming patterns at all.
Yeah.
And Ellie's like, ooh, the time signature wouldn't work with that. I'm like, thanks for bringing that up, because I kind of forgot that was like a thing.
Yeah. And like our friend Braylon,
like, my gosh,
her bridges to songs are like unmatched.
Like,
it just like works in her brain, and it's so cool.
It clicks.
Yeah, and like Grace can like whip out a harmony out of nowhere.
I know, she like knows every harmony.
Yeah, and like,
and then we all get together and sing them.
Yeah,
like everyone.
I know. And it's so cool, and it like just creates something that is so glorifying to Jesus, because it's all of these different people coming together under his name and worshiping him, or like even just talking about him, you know?
I know. It's like, sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
No, I don't even know where I'm going anymore. Like, I'm just talking. Go. I like interrupt you.
No, I like, please interrupt me. I talk a lot, like when I don't need to. But it's it's just like a really cool thing that we all get to experience as like people of God, and like, I don't know, yeah. And Jesus is so worthy to be praised for that, because that's something that none of us could do on our own, you know? And I can't create the personality of somebody.
Have you seen How to Build a Better Boy?
No.
Never mind, then. Disney Channel movie.
Like, grow a boyfriend, you know? Never mind, sorry, keep going.
They like build a robot in the movie to be her boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, don't know where I was going with that. But they have to pick up personality traits. So that's probably where I was connecting it.
Mm-hmm.
I just know that in heaven, he's probably just like chilling. He's just watching us all sing songs about him and write songs. And he's like, so I love them so much.
They're so cute.
They're my daughters.
My daughters? I know.
My little girls, they're just singing.
They're just
singing for me.
Yeah. Oh, that is such a cute picture. Like,
he's just looking down. He's like, I like that song.
I like that laugh.
I like that laugh.
Yeah, and like,
why'd you go? It wasn't even a laugh. You sounded like
me.
Yeah, you went.
My bad.
I like that laugh.
I like that laugh.
That was so loud in the mic.
I feel really bad. I'm sorry.
What?
No, I'm talking to them. But
wait, think about like he created our laughs.
I know. I know.
And it's like she's gonna have this weird like changes every time she laughs.
Yeah.
Like
well, just like everything, like the way that we talk, our voices, that's something that's very interesting.
Our mannerisms.
Mannerisms. Oh, I thought you said that wrong, and I was like, no, she
like,
didn't. Like, you're just stupid.
Like some people talk with their hands, you go like this.
That is only when I'm overstimulated. Okay. Or yeah.
Would you like some tea?
Would you like some tea? Or like people's different like likes.
Oh yeah.
You know? Or like taste buds. Just throwing that up in the air.
That's the side for taste buds.
But
yeah,
he's so cool, and he's like I just know that like when we like walk with him and stuff, he's like yes, like I'm just so proud of them. You know what I mean?
I know,
and it's so precious, and I love being a little daughter.
I love being a daughter.
Love being a daughter. Wouldn't trade it for the world.
Women of God are princesses because their father is a king.
Tune in for when we have that episode. A subtle drop.
I didn't expect that.
What?
Ooh.
Ooh.
What's it gonna be? We don't even know.
We don't know.
We may or may not have a special guest.
Special guest.
Special guest on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's the fear of God
versus fear of man. And a little bit about how fun it is to follow him with your friends.
Do you want a demonstration of how fun it is to follow him with your friends?
Right now.
Well, you got the guitar out.
Okay. I didn't know if you were talking about something other than the guitar.
No.
So what are we gonna do? I brought it out to end the episode. For the song.
What?
I brought it out to do like with Zio. Anyway.
What are we singing?
Kind of forgot all our songs. So
the one that's actually done.
Meet Me at the Well.
Oh, that is not what I was thinking.
Which one? The first one?
Okay,
let me find it because it's in here.
Sneak peek, we'll be posting more songs at a later date. Oh, do you want this closed?
No, it's okay. I have it right here.
Okay.
Do you remember it? Okay, I remember it now. I don't have the chords written.
I do.
Let me just... Let me pick. Okay. Strength, you will guide them to your holy dwelling. In your unfailing love, you will lead the people you have redeemed. In your strength, you will guide them to your holy dwelling. We will exalt your holy dwelling. So bring them, plant them on your own mountain, the place, oh Lord, which your hands have established. Bring them, plant them on your own mountain, the place, oh Lord, which your hands have established. In your unfailing love, you will lead the people you have redeemed. In your strength, you will guide them to your holy dwelling.
That was probably chopped.
You probably couldn't even hear the guitar because I was singing. My mic was this close. We might have to cut that out.
Oh, we probably will because my harmony was way off.
No, it
at the
wasn't.
beginning. At the beginning. And then
bring them, plant them on your own mountain, the place. It was like a half step apart. Like the worst two notes to put together.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this was our first song that we ever wrote. And it's because Danny and I were like, ooh, we want to do this. We want to make a song. She came up to me. Well, we were doing like a worship day. She's like, I found this in Exodus. And I was like, I just read that.
Yeah. And we were like,
okay.
Did that. Okay, and Jesus.
Pumped out a song that night.
Yeah. That was crazy.
I know.
That was literally like...
We went to the bathroom to play Beautiful Boy by John Lennon with our friends. We went to the bathroom. Because it was quiet and...
The acoustics are really good.
And then I was like, what if we just...
Yeah. That's what we did.
And then, just kept reading. And we have tons of other songs might release. Who knows?
We should do that again if you want. We don't have to.
We can.
No, that was a no.
We can. It's just long. And we know how we are with editing, so...
I can edit. I'll edit fast.
Okay, one more time. I said, the song?
Yeah.
With Anna and Danny, you'll feel like part of the family. Yeah. Thanks for watching the podcast.